Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of ETV News. I'm Mackenzie Fain.
And I'm Yvonne Pineda.
For those of you living off campus in Willimantic, look out. Scammers are trying to get your personal information by pretending to be Eversource representatives, claiming you haven't paid your bills yet. Scammers are calling random homes around the city and angrily demanding personal information for unpaid bills. Police say the number being used is fake. An automated system prompts customers to call different fake Eversource divisions to make payments. Please remember, no official is permitted or required to ask you for your personal information over the phone or in person without physical documentation. If you receive the phone call, do not give up your information over the phone to anyone, especially if you don't know who it is. Hang up and call the police immediately. If you're in Willimantic, you can direct the call to Officer Daniel Rovella.
A former Yukon pharmacy supervisor has been arrested and now faces charges after allegedly stealing $40,000 worth of items from the pharmacy. Michael Olzinski, who was hired in 1999, reportedly used the pharmacy's resources to buy personal items for at least 3 years from April 2012 to April 2015, though it could be more. He was caught during a routine audit of student health services in the spring of 2015 when it was found that thousands of dollars worth of prescription drugs and childcare items such as diapers were found among orders that apparently never made it to the pharmacy's inventory or to students. Among the charges he received are 173 counts of second-degree forgery and illegal possession of controlled substances.
With beach season right around the corner, ETV takes a look at the local life and fitness gym to see how people are getting ready for the summer.
I'm Crystal Jaboyne reporting live for ETV News, here to check out Life or Fitness Studio. Let's take a look. Like most people, exercising and getting yourself to the gym always seems more like a chore rather than a fun activity. Life or Fitness Studio, the new fitness studio located in West Hartford, Connecticut, has changed the traditional view of a gym, offering 3 different types of exercise classes that tones and targets all muscles of the body. Lifer opened up in July 2015. It offers 3 different types of classes: bar, spin, and yoga. The bar and yoga classes are taught in a brightly lit room that mimics a ballet studio, while the spin classes are taught in the dark under a black light or a club-like feel to intensify the workout. We met up with studio manager and instructor Abby Harp.
Lifer Cycle is for all levels. It offers really fun music, really motivating class. Lifer Bar hits all the muscles in the body. It's very good for all fitness levels, all ages, and it's a really tough workout. We had someone actually burn 491 calories today in an hour.
Classes at Life or Fitness Studio requires no specific skill or fitness level. Anyone and everyone is welcome. They offer challenging classes as well as beginner classes, giving everyone a chance at a healthy lifestyle. We met up with owner Deborah Fountain.
Life or Fitness Studio is a cycle, bar, and yoga studio where we do cardio, cycle. Bar is our resistance training, muscle toning, and yoga is for stretching.
Now that we know what each class offers, let's get into more detail about their most popular class, bar. Bar is a total body exercise regimen that incorporates the stationary handrail, or bar, that ballet dancers use to improve their flexibility and extension, strengthen muscles, and perfect technique.
Lifer Yoga is really for our clients that do cycle and bar. Really opens up the hips. It's really good for people who are just starting yoga, and it's also challenging for people who have done yoga throughout their life. I like the combination of all 3. I mean, you get your cardio, you get your resistance training, and then you get your flexibility from yoga. So there's really not one that I would do over the other.
That's all for ETV News. I'm Crystal Jaboyne. Have a great day.
Thanks, Crystal. It's good to see people getting ready for summer at the local gym.
90 soldiers in the Connecticut National Guard were honored in a formal welcome home ceremony Wednesday. The Freedom Salute ceremony at William A. O'Neill Armory recognized 2 units that recently returned from deployments. The ceremony was a chance for Connecticut to thank the soldiers for everything they do. Lieutenant Governor Nancy Wyman spoke and medals were handed out, as the service members and their families were honored. Several awards were given out, including the National Defense Service Medal and the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Many honored say that they were glad to be home. They would not hesitate to answer the call and serve their country again. Quote, "I enjoyed every minute of it. It was hot and the food was so-so, but it was great," end quote, said First Lieutenant Mark Salthouse. "I would do it again in a heartbeat."
Each spring, Eastern helps out our local community with a day full of spirit, teamwork, and fun. A large number of Eastern clubs, resident halls, and groups of friends will come together with community volunteers to donate their time to beautify nearly 20 sites in the Windham community. On April 30th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., you can help. Volunteers will do projects such as mulching, planting trees, sidewalk sweeping, yard cleanup, and more. Following the event, there will be a celebration as a picnic that will be held in Memorial Park on Main Street in Willimantic.
Willy Stock, an outdoor music festival put on every year on Weblawn, was held this week. Cassandra Banks was there for the story.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Banks here for ETV News at Willy Stock 2016, hosted by the Eastern Radio Club. Let's take a look. On April 24th, Willy Stock 2016 was the first event held on the Fine Arts Instructional Center lawn. There were tables set up with local vendors, outdoor activities, and of course, the music filled the air. We spoke to current student and DJ on Eastern's own WECS 90.1, Yumira Bella, for more on Willy Stock.
Willy Stock is our interpretation of, Woodstock. It was the live events with bands and stuff. And I think the Willy Stock brings the community together because music brings everyone together. And not just music, we're also bringing, local restaurants, local clothing stores from the community and to the Fine Arts Lawn right now. And I think this brings a sense of community for everyone.
The bands that played included Dagwood, Sloof, The Mercs, and Old Soul. All the bands that played are local acts and brought a rocking sound to the Willy Stock stage. At the event, students were able to enter raffles where there were 18 gift card prizes which were all to local businesses, some of which included the Farmer's Cow Calf, Mansfield Drive-In Theater, and even a pair of passes to the store's Adventure Park. Donating non-perishable items earned you more raffle tickets. All the canned goods were donated to the Covenant Soup Kitchen. We spoke to WECS Radio Club's Vice President, Sarah Messick, for more on Willy Stock.
We, of course, still incorporated the music aspect. That was the heart and soul of the event. But this year we wanted to incorporate the community as much as possible. And it has a lot of culture in it, and I think other students should be seeing how great it actually is and how many wonderful things are out there. So by bringing the community in on campus where students can see it, there's more visibility to what Willimantic has to offer.
We hope you all had an awesome time here at Willy Stock 2016, and we look forward to seeing you next year. I'm Cassandra Banks for ETV News.
Thank you, Cassandra. Glad to see students enjoying their time outside.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Stephanie Alvarez and her opinion piece on Beyonce.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Hello, Eastern. My name is Stephanie Alvarez, and welcome to this week's editorial. Today I want to address a woman I talked about a couple shows ago, but has just created a work of art so exposing as everyone in a frenzy, Beyonce. This past Saturday, Beyoncé released her hour-long visual album called Lemonade on HBO to accompany the release of her new album, also called Lemonade, which has released exclusively through Tidal and iTunes. Now let me explain why these two projects are so powerful. Beyoncé and her crew create a combination of powerful cinematography, appearances from powerful Black women and her family, spoken word poetry, and her songs to create a piece of art that tells her story in a kind of raw honesty we usually don't see from celebrities anymore. The most shocking part about her album and visual album is the abrupt confrontation of her husband Jay-Z's infidelity and her journey through the emotional repercussions of the betrayal. She separates the visual album into distinct categories: intuition, denial, anger, apathy, emptiness, accountability, reformation, forgiveness, resurrection, hope, and redemption. Sprinkled within these categories, we see cameos from Serena Williams twerking, Zendaya sitting proud and tall next to other Black women, mothers holding pictures of their sons that were lost to police brutality, and moments of Beyoncé's personal life, including her wedding day and Blue Ivy's first birthday. One of the final pieces of footage in the piece showcases Beyoncé's grandmother explaining the inspiration for the album's name. Life gave me lemons, some rotten, some ripe, and I made lemonade from all of them. Not only has she handled all the obstacles thrust into her life with grace, like her cheating husband and her ethnic background, she has turned each and every one of these into a piece of her life that encompasses her true essence as a woman that is doubtful, flawed, and deeply wounded, but at the same time, confident, proud, and unabashed to claim her worth. If there's anything I learned from watching this piece of artwork from a fellow woman, is that hatred and love, sadness and joy, revenge and forgiveness, and tragedy and miracles often live within the same space. It's how we interpret these phenomena that make us who we are. It makes me wonder what the world could be like if we stopped hiding under a rock under our darkest days and instead started using the darkness to express, create, and reimagine our lives into something more meaningful. So if you get a chance, take a look at Lemonade and find out how it speaks to you. Thank you for joining me, Eastern. My name is Stephanie Alvarez, and that's a wrap for your Spring 2016 editorial.
And we'll be right back after these short messages.
Coming up next on ETV News, we take a look at the alumni concert here at Eastern. Also, we check out ECSU's Create Conference here on campus. All this and more when ETV News returns.
Did you find it? You taught him how to hit a baseball. Just like that. Say hi! How to hit a receiver. Nice. The strike zone. The net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
A warning has been given out to students here at Eastern from Willimantic Police about throwing house parties after 4 residents were charged with breach of peace last weekend. Police say they responded to house parties on Mansfield Avenue and Walnut Street, and they received 2 separate complaints on Bolivia Street. Spring weekend does happen to be this weekend, and with that being said, police are also warning residents that house parties that grow out of control will not be tolerated. Lieutenant Alex Coriati said in a statement that Willimantic Police want students to enjoy the upcoming spring weekend, but we want them to do it safely and responsibly.
Eastern will be hosting the Eastern Concert Band and Wind Ensemble on Wednesday, May 4th. The concert will represent both joint band and concert together, modern pieces of both wind and band repertoire. Eastern's Wind Ensemble represents a wide collaboration of students, while the concert band brings both students and faculty together, along with members of the local Windham community. This concert is free and open to the public. The concert will take place in the concert hall of the Fine Arts Building from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. For more information on the concert, please contact Donna Russo.
Recently, the ECSU Music Department hosted an alumni concert in the new Fine Arts Building. Zach Burnett was there to report. Let's go check it out.
For ETV News, I'm Zach Burnett here outside the Fine Arts Building, where the music program will be hosting an alumni concert later tonight. This will be showcasing past and present students. Let's go check it out. Fine Arts Instructional Center hosts the first annual music program alumni concert this past Wednesday, featuring former students from graduating classes as far as back as 2010. We caught up with former student Caitlin Kazira to hear about her experience.
It was cool. It was really wonderful. They definitely have some really nice kids in the group now, some really talented kids too. And, you know, getting to know them is like kind of being welcomed back into the group. It's wonderful.
Featured acts had about a month of preparation time before the concert took place, with all of the individual pieces performed by alumni of different classes. We caught up with Dr. David Bells of the music department to find out more.
About a year ago, we started working with the Office of Institutional Advancement on how we can best feature the building. And we thought one concert that we produced during the semester should cater to graduates of the institution. And so while we were talking about this concert, I had the idea, let's not just invite graduates to come back and be part of the audience, but have them come back and be part of the concert. It was a pretty easy process. We're still in touch with graduates of the program, and when they're invited to come back to perform, everybody we approached jumped at the opportunity.
With 2016 being the transition year for art studies throughout the school, the art building offers a number of possibilities for future classes and concerts alike. Well, we had a great Wednesday night here at the music program alumni concert from current and former students with all different types of performances. Definitely a spectacle to see. Be sure to come this Saturday in the same building for the music program honor recital at 2:30. Signing off for ETV News, I'm Zach Burnett.
Thanks, Zach. Amazing to see the alumni come back to participate in a wonderful event.
Key of She will be putting on their spring concert this Saturday, April 30th. The concert is a chance for the members of the all-female a cappella group to showcase their talents that they've been working so hard on the entire semester. Refreshments and food will be provided during the concert, brought to you by members of the Music Society. Everyone from students, faculty, and friends are invited to come and listen to the a cappella covers from many different genres of music. The concert will be taking place in the Betty Tipton Room from 7 to 9:30 p.m.
CAB is hosting an event in Boston on April 30th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy a Boston duck tour in the early afternoon and $3 off admissions to the New England Aquarium with your ticket. Spend the rest of the day in Boston. Tickets are on sale now at the Student Center Information Desk. It's $15 for students and $20 for guests.
As the semester ends, the Student Center hosted the Create Conference to showcase the students' art that they put together throughout the entire school year. Amanda Zeitel was there to see how it went. Let's go take a look.
Hi Eastern, I'm Amanda Zeitel reporting with ETV News. I'm here in the Student Center for the Create Conference. Let's check it out. The Create event was hosted in the Student Center with different presentations set up in the Student Center Cafe, Betty Tipton Room, theater, and more. The presentations focused on student-produced art from more than 200 student researchers, artists, and performers. Students were there to present their displays or perform their talents. We caught up with ECSU student Zach Watson to hear his take on the event.
It's really cool seeing all the various subjects and what people have put into it. Like I know there's like theater performances, there's the posters, people are giving oral presentations at the moment. It's a nice mixture of combinations and use of skills. And it's just really cool seeing students being so open with their work and wanting to be open with their work.
We talked to Aiden Crumrine about his piece of art that was presented in the conference.
For my exhibit, I did a series of 10 framed archival prints in silver gelatin archival paper instead of RC resin-coated paper, which is what I worked with in Photography 1 throughout. So the difference between this kind of paper is it's thicker, more weighted, and more like infused with the paper. So it produces a higher quality of more intense blacks, and if you use neutral tone, the whites pop out a lot more. I was really happy with, so I decided to show 10 of them.
So the event is going great so far. Right now we're here in the Betty Tipton room, checking out the art exhibit and seeing some of the photography done by Eastern students. Let's take a look. CREATE, which stands for Celebrating Research Excellence and Artistic Talent at Eastern, presented student artwork throughout the Student Center. In the Betty Tipton room, displays were set up to showcase students' photos that they created throughout the semester. We caught up with one of the head photography professors to talk about the event.
Behind me you see some of the photographs done by my students, and this is from the communication department, and it's many departments from across campus. We have the event is sponsored by the School of Arts and Sciences in combination with the School of Education and Professional Studies. And as you see the photo exhibit here, we also have the posters behind us, and the posters are various student projects that were done for particular class projects.
That's all for the CREATE conference here in the Student Center. We were able to see a lot of talent that Eastern students here have to offer. I'm Amanda Zeitel with ETV News, and that's it for this time.
Thanks, Amanda. Looked like there was a lot of great artwork created by our own students.
And we're going to take another quick break, but we'll be right back with Julian Lopez and his sports update.
Coming up next on ETV News, we go over Eastern Spring Sports and take an even deeper look at Coach Pepin and her girls as they take on rival Keene State. All this and more when we continue.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man. Women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Welcome back. I'm Julian Lopez with this week's sports update. Eastern's men lacrosse dominated the tough and talented UMass Boston on Tuesday, April 26th. Eastern was successful in giving UMass Boston their first conference road loss by limiting the shots that UMass could take. This opened up a scoring frenzy for our Warriors when they scored 3 straight goals in a 13-minute period. Eastern's lack of errors led to a season-low 11 turnovers. Eastern can still take the LEC title by beating a strong Keene State College on Friday. Was it Eastern's domination on offense or stinginess on defense that led to an 18-2 victory over Rhode Island College on Tuesday, April 26th? Whatever it was, the Women Warriors hope to carry it when playing Keene State for the LEC regular season title. Keene State has beaten Eastern the last 6 times the two teams have met. The Women Warriors look for another strong performance from sophomore Katie Burke and junior Paige Schneider. Burke has 24 assists this season, ranking her top 10 in program history, as Schneider looks to score her 50th goal this season, also adding her name to a prestigious list in program history. Paige Schneider and freshman Michaelina Pinto have received LEC awards this week. Pinto received her second Rookie of the Week award this season, and Schneider has received her Offensive Rookie of the Week for the first time in her career. Congratulations to head coach Matt LeBranch, who earned his 500th career win this week. Head coach LeBranch has spent most of his years at Western New England, but has carried over his success to Eastern when he joined the Warriors in 2014. Unfortunately, Eastern's pitching success was brought to an end when MIT ended the Warriors' 20th straight scoring innings. MIT beat Eastern 12-4 in last night's loss. The game ended in the 10th inning after MIT scored 8 straight. Eastern's DJ Scavone was responsible for all of Eastern's 4 runs. Scavone hit a triple and a home run to extend his hitting streak to 13 straight games. Saturday, April 16th, the softball team took on Keene State. Lupe Marquez caught up with a few of the players to talk about their performance.
I'm Lupe Marquez reporting for ETV News, and we're going to go take a look at the women's softball game. Let's go check it out. On Saturday, April 16th, the Owls of Keene State faced the Warriors of Eastern Connecticut State University at Warrior Way Path Field. In the first game, Keene State pitcher Mariah Crisp was on fire, pitching a 4-0 game. Crisp is a fourth-year player and is an LEC Pitcher of the Year and has an LEC Conference tournament under her belt. Crisp is well known throughout the LEC Conference for her well-moving rise ball and her off-speed changeup. We caught up with Coach Pepin after the game and asked how they can improve from this loss. Let's see what she had to say.
They got to play together, and they got to start strong, finish strong. They got to pay attention to details, and they got to hit the ball. And they got to hit the ball. We got to put the ball in play. And that's it.
Throughout the game, Eastern kept on fighting, but Keene State was still winning. Keene scored 2 runs in the first and second inning. During the third inning, Keene Owl Morgan Fallon hit her first home run of the season, which earned them a 2-run home run, making the score 4-0. The Warriors tried to get their heads back in the game. This time around, the score was 3-2. In the first, a leadoff walk and a 1-out error gave Keene a 1-0 lead. The Owls then got another run in the fourth on Fallon's leadoff double, and sophomore Shea Crosby's 2-out single, and then one more in the fifth on a hit batter, sac bunt, single, and wild pitch. We then talked to Coach Pepin about the 2 games.
Well, I mean, we competed. I think that, my quote this morning was to pay attention to details, and we didn't do that. And I don't think we came out strong in both games, so we gave up 2 runs in the first inning. And the second game, we gave up 1 run, and that kind of puts you behind the 8 ball, especially with a pitcher like Chris. We didn't execute bunts. We got caught off the bases. I mean, there's just little details that we need to pay attention to because this game is all about inches, and sometimes they work for you and sometimes they don't.
Towards the closing of the doubleheader, Eastern started to make contact with the ball. Samantha Rentz ended Crisp's shutout in the 6th inning with a 2-out home run that brought the game score to 3-2. It was a tough day for the Warriors, but we wish them and the Owls the best of luck on the rest of their season. I'm Lupe Marquez reporting for ETV News.
Well, that's all I have for this week in sports. I'm Julian Lopez.
And that's it for this week's show and this semester. Best of luck on Finals Eastern. If you want to check out more episodes, visit the ETV YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to catch this week's Game of the Week, where Eastern's softball team takes on Wesleyan State University. Stay tuned, and for the final time, stay amazing, Eastern.